y'all, and welcome to episode 52 of the Crazy Sock Lady podcast. My name is Kay, and this is my podcast all about my knitting adventures here in Surprise, Arizona, where I currently live with my husband and our 2 sons. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as The Crazy Sock Lady, and we do also have a group for the podcast on Ravelry. If you head over to the groups tab and search Crazy Sock Lady podcast, it's going to pop right up there. That's where you're going to find any knit-alongs, giveaways, all sorts of fun stuff. All of it's going to be over there. If you don't feel like searching for any of those places, all you have to do is look right down here on YouTube, down in the down bar, and you're going to find links to everywhere that you can find me. So today is Wednesday, September 12th, which is a super exciting day for the podcast. This is the 2-year podcast anniversary. So 2 years ago in 2016, on September 12th, I recorded and uploaded the very first Crazy Sock Lady podcast episode. That's pretty exciting and crazy all at the same time. I'm always so amazed that people watch this little podcast. Sometimes I think, who am I? Like, I'm just a normal person, mom and wife who loves to knit, and I'm just shocked that people actually are interested in hearing what I have to say sometimes. So thank you guys so much to every single one of you who watch and support the podcast. It is greatly appreciated. And I want to do a little giveaway to celebrate the 2-year podcast anniversary. So since the last episode, I received a package from Dawn at Crafty Mama Designs. And she sent me 2 skeins of yarn, one to keep and one to give away. And they are horror movie themed. So I'm going to reach over here and grab these to show you. And the first one, this is the one that she sent for me to keep. This is her Freddy colorway, Freddy Krueger, of course. There'll be a little bit of a glare because I'm going to keep it in the packaging, but got a full skein and then a coordinating mini. And it's just perfect Freddy Krueger colors. So that's the one that she sent for me to keep. And then the one that she sent for a giveaway, let's see if you know what movie this is from. Anybody know? This is Chucky. Yep, this is the Chucky set. So this is on her Sweet base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, fingering 4-ply, 465 yards, 100 grams. So that's Chucky from Child's Play. Funny story about that. I'm going to set that down so you don't have to hear the crinkling. But funny story about Chucky. So I do not handle scary things very well. I should say I can do true crime, serial killers, psychological thrillers. Like, I love those types of books, shows. They're my favorite. You put something on with scary children, demons, or dolls that talk. Anything else? I think those are the main 3 that get me. I cannot handle it. I'm a grown adult and I will sleep with the lights on if I watch a movie or anything, even Goosebumps with Slappy, the ventriloquist doll. I cannot do it. I can't. Every light will be on from wherever I am to the bedroom, and then they will be on all night long because I will not go in the dark. I cannot believe I just admitted that. Yeah, that's the truth though. Yeah, totally the truth. I can't do it, cannot handle it. So Chucky, when I was a kid, I cannot remember how old I was. I know Hocus Pocus was on pay-per-view because we rented it. But in the process of renting Hocus Pocus, we had flipped through what else was on there. We were sitting, it was me and my cousin. We were with my dad watching movies. And Child's Play was on there. We're like, oh, come on, we want to watch it. We won't be too scared. And, he's telling us you're going to be way too scared. That's too scary. You won't be able to watch it. And we're all, oh, no, it won't scare us. We really want to watch it. Let's watch it, please. Dad rents Child's Play. Fast forward just a little bit through the movie, and he's got 2 girls on his hands that are terrified to even go upstairs because we were in the basement in like a family room. They're too terrified to even go upstairs and use the bathroom. Still to this day, I cannot watch Chucky movies. I can't do it. I can't watch stuff with any talking dolls or dolls that come alive. I just cannot do it. Nope. Mm-mm. So that's a funny story about Chucky. Yeah. And everybody still in my family tortures me about that. Just last weekend or the weekend before last, we went to the Spirit Halloween stores, like the ones that pop up around Halloween with all the costumes. And Austin and Eric thought it would be hilarious to torture me with the talking Chucky doll. Yeah, I just cannot do it. So, little funny story about Chucky and about me, I guess. The fact that I'm a grown adult getting ready to turn 32 and I still will sleep with the light on if I watch a scary movie. Also in the giveaway, I grabbed one of these out of the prize cubby. This is a flat sack notions pouch from Erica of the Scrappy Thread. She had sent some of these along for giveaways for the podcast. So I'm going to put one of these and the Chucky. This will be the 2-year podcast anniversary giveaway. So what do you have to do to win this, you might ask? So just comment down below here on YouTube anything that you would like. If you're not sure what to comment, just can you do scary movies? Do you sleep with the lights on after you watch them? Comment anything you would like. Don't say giveaway because I've heard that's bad. People will find it through the comments and they don't even watch and they just want to win prizes or something. I don't know. Just don't comment giveaway. Comment anything else that you would like down below. And next episode, I will pick a winner from the comments on this episode. All right, so next up, we have some Ravelry administrative bits to get through here quickly. So we have 2 swapless swaps going on. If you're new to the podcast, the swapless swaps are where you sign up and you pay a fee, and the price of the minis depends on where you live, where they're shipping to. So you get 10 40-yard minis, and we have 2 open right now. The first one is with Nicole C. Mendez. We only have 3 spots available as of this morning. Left in that one, and the signups close in just a few days. So September 15th is the last day to sign up and have your money paid for that swap. The next one is Teeny Button Studio. We have 10 spots left in this one, and it closes October 15th. So if you're interested in getting some minis for your scrappy projects or swaps with friends, head over and check out the Swapless Swaps in the group. Next up is knit-alongs. We had a knit-along come to a close, and I have a few prizes to give away for that one. So I was co-hosting the Get That Knit Done Cow with Karen and Susan from the Full of Knit podcast, and it closed the end of August. So 2 prizes we're going to give away today for this knit-along. We had 274 finished objects, which is pretty exciting. A lot of you got your whips done, some needles cleared off and ready for some fall projects. First prize that we're going to give away is a sock blank from Amber's Yarn Shop. Still all packaged up here, and she sent some goodies along as well. And this one, the winner is post number 254, which is Joy in the Stitches. So congratulations. If you will get in touch with me on Ravelry, give me your full name and your mailing address, I'll get this sent out to you. The next prize is a skein of yarn from Allison of Lofty Loops. And this is in her Red Pill Blues colorway. And the winner of this is post number 31, and that's Paula W. So congratulations again. If you would get in touch with me, give me your full name and your mailing address, I will get that sent out to you. So the other ones, we have 3 other knit-alongs going on right now. The first one is the Sock Crazy Cal for 2018. This is any socks that you make throughout the year other than baby socks. You can enter those, and we do drawings every 3 months. We also have the Crazy Sock Lady Designs Make-Along, another year-long knit-along. This is for any of my designs that you choose to do, and again, we do drawings every 3 months. Last one that's open right now is the Decked Out for Rhinebeck Cal, and I'm co-hosting this with Christy and Tristan from Girls in the Yarn Cafe podcast. This is for anything that you make for Rhinebeck, whether you're going or not, I should say. So if you're going to Rhinebeck, what are you making to take with you to wear? If you're not going to Rhinebeck, what would you wear if you were going? So for this one, you will get extra entries if you use any of Christy or Tristan's yarn or any of our patterns, the three of us, any of our patterns. I think that's it for that one. And I think that's it for administrative stuff. So now I have a few more giveaways to announce and winners to announce as well. So we had a couple patterns that we gave away last episode. The first one was the Sanderson Sisters sock pattern. And for this one, the winner is post number 90. And that is I Love Hand Knits. Then we also had the Kentworth socks. And the winner of this one is post number 2, which is Yarn Taxi Driver. So for these two prizes, I will go ahead and give your information to the designer and they will get that pattern sent over to your Ravelry library. So keep an eye out for that. Now we have 2 new patterns to give away this episode. The first one is from Christy of Yarn Cafe Creations. This is her Autumn Hippie Shawl. And then we also have Afternoons in the Library by Jennifer, but it is Jennifer from the Driftless Knitting podcast. So I will go ahead and open up 2 new threads in the Ravelry group for those if you want to head over and enter those giveaways. Now, design talk. I have 2 new designs on my needles. So the first one that we will talk about is a pair of socks. And I've got these in a bag that was a gift from Beach Dreams Bags on Etsy, and I'll put all that down here and link it down in the show notes. This cute little sock line bag that totally matches my needle cozy from my good friend Denise, who's Earth Tones girl. So the yarn that I'm using for this new design is from Legacy Fiber Arts in their Parchment colorway. And I've got 1 sock done. Grab a blocker and get it on here. And it is a super simple design. I wanted to do something, because I've done a lot of cabled designs recently. So I wanted to do something simple, more beginner friendly, because I don't think the cables are anything that could not be beginner friendly. But I know some people are very intimidated by that and just prefer more of a knit purl textured type of sock. So I wanted to do something that would be geared toward those beginners more. So here it is. It has no name yet. But here is the sock pattern. So it's got some knit purl texture that makes a pattern going down the front. And then there's just some slip stitches to give that side a bit of definition. Here, I'm going to put it on the front, put it sideways on the blocker so you can see the front of it. So it's a nice diamond or lattice design down the front, and this is unblocked. I have not blocked this yet, but I really like it. I think it's super fun to do. It's easy to read your knitting and see where you are, and it's not something that I feel would be super intimidating for anybody to try to do. So I have no idea what the name of this design will be. If you have any ideas for a name for this one, comment down below and let me know. I just think it's super fun design. So I'm on the second one. I'm almost done, and I'm looking at releasing this probably next week sometime. I'm just about done with the second sock. And I'm working these up on ChowGoo. I'm doing the Magic Loop on US 1 2.25 millimeter needles. And I have my progress keeper there. That's from the Gnome Knitter. It's hash brown casserole and bacon. It was a custom order that I had her do for my knitting group in North Carolina. So that's first up for design talk. Again, if you have any ideas for a name, comment it down below and let me know, because I'm stumped. I really love the design, but I'm having trouble settling on a name for it. So let me know if you have any ideas. Next for design talk, I'm actually not going to show you the project, but I will show you the yarn and the bag that I've been keeping it in. So this is a bag from Knit for Brains, and I showed you guys this before, I think, when I got it. Laura from Knit for Brains. Just a fun fall bag. And this is a shawl design. I did post a picture on Instagram, so if you want to see a little bit of a sneak peek at the beginnings of the shawl, you can head over to Instagram and do that. But I'm going to keep it under wraps for now. I'm going to keep it to myself just for a little while longer. So the yarn I'm using is from Faith of 4 Boys Fiber. Here is her tag. And the colorway is Fine Wine, which is just this amazing color. So gorgeous. And she did post on her Instagram that she will have kits for this shawl available when it's ready to be released, which I'm not quite sure yet, but such a gorgeous colorway. And the base that I'm using is her Middle Child base, which is a 75-25 superwash merino nylon, 463 yards per skein. So far I have 2 skeins of this, and I'm planning on using up just as much as I absolutely can. So as of now, it's just going to be a solid, just this color. You know, things change as you go, but as of now, that's the plan. 2 skeins of this, and we'll see what I end up with at the end. But like I said, I'm going to keep it to myself just for a little while longer, but I'm loving it. This shawl idea, actually, it's one I've had in my head for such a long time, and I dreamt about it. I had a dream about this design. I wanted this shawl, and I have not seen any shawls anywhere that are this textured pattern that I wanted. So I'm doing it myself. So we will see how it turns out, but I am very excited about it. Okay, so is that it for design talk? I did want to say, I opened up, if you go to my Instagram into my profile and click on the Linktree link, there is a spot where you can click and sign up to get information about being a test knitter. So what will happen with that? It sends me everybody's info. I've asked questions on there about what you would be interested in test knitting, all of that type of stuff. And then I will go through, when I'm ready to get a test knitter for something, email out to the people that are interested and say, it's a shawl. If you put that you're interested in test knitting a shawl, you will get an email about that. I will see who is available, and then I will pick from that list. So just because you hit sign up does not mean you will definitely get to test knit the very next thing that comes out. I will just choose a select few people from that list for the amount of test knitters that I need for said project. Does that make sense? But be sure to head over and get signed up if you are interested. I have zero idea when that shawl will be done and ready for test knitters. It's all I've really wanted to be working on lately, so it may be sooner than I had anticipated, but we shall see. Now, and this next thing kind of ties in to design talk in a way. This weekend is actually my birthday weekend. So my birthday is on Saturday, September 15th, and I thought it would be fun to do a pattern sale for my birthday weekend. And I'm going to go ahead and start it. So if you're watching this podcast, you get early access to the birthday sale for my patterns, because I'm not going to announce it on Instagram until Friday. So what will happen is the code birthday32, because I will be 32 on Saturday. That code will get you 25% off starting right now when this podcast goes up until Sunday, September 16th at midnight. So head over if there's any patterns you've been wanting to get, or you're wanting to make some socks and kind of stock up, or mitts, fingerless mitts for Christmas, or items for Rhinebeck, whatever the case may be. Birthday 32 will get you 25% off this weekend. So I'm actually sitting on the floor today in what used to be the formal dining area. This is technically the formal dining area in the house, but I'll talk a little bit later. We did some decluttering, and there's really not much in here at the moment. I have my blanket ladder. This is some blankets that I've finished in the past. 2 blankets actually. This was a Mary Maxim kit. It's crocheted. Actually, these are all crocheted. Yeah, this was a Mary Maxim kit. This is just a lap blanket that I crocheted. And then this is actually a prayer shawl that my granny, my dad's mom, she made this. And I've kind of held on to it. Wyatt likes to use it as a blanket. So I'm sitting in here. I've got this. There's the record player. That's kind of all that's in here. But the plan is to get a couple of armchairs, a nice little end table, and this will kind of be just a sitting area. I imagine like sitting in here and drinking coffee in the mornings with Eric, knitting. Yeah. But we'll talk later about the decluttering because I've kind of tried to minimalize a lot around the house and it's been so nice and refreshing. But that's where I'm sitting today, is on the floor in here. I thought it would be nice to just kind of relax, and I don't know, sometimes with the episodes I can feel like I get a bit rushed, and like sometimes I have so much to talk about. So I'm gonna try to not really majorly rework the episodes. I don't know if that's really the right word, but maybe just kind of slow down with them and not try to cram so much into them. Sometimes there's a lot because I love doing giveaways and knit-alongs and things with you guys and getting to interact and communicate in those ways and share the love with the giveaways. But in some ways, I think it'll just be nice to kind of slow down, and yeah, I'm just feeling the need to minimalize everything, I feel like, since I started the process in the house. It's been a fun process, I think. Okay, so finished objects. I have had 2 finished objects, I think only 2, since the last time I recorded. The first one I don't even have here to show you. That's so bad. But this was the Find My Way sweater. I was working on it last time as a work in progress, and this was a sample knit for Tristan of Dragon Horde Yarn. This is her very first sweater design, and I've shipped it off to her. She has it in her hands. So I will put a few pictures in here of the sweater that I did get before I sent it out. And I knit this out of her Spiced Cider colorway. It is a DK weight sweater, and the pattern will be released. The plan is September 23rd. That is what she's planning on as a release date. So head over, follow her. It is such a fun knit. I loved all of the cables. It was a very intuitive pattern to know where you were throughout the cable repeats. That is my first finished object. My second one is a semi-finished object, but I'm gonna go ahead and include it in finished objects. So this one is, I have this in a Fat Squirrel bag. It's shoved down in here because I say it's semi-finished because it has not been blocked yet. But it's in this bag from the Fat Squirrel that I got at Needles Up in Maryland. And this is my Memories sweater. The Memories sweater is the actual name of the pattern by Heidi May. I keep calling it Memories cardigan because it's a cardigan. The yarn that I used for this is Miss Babs Yowza in the Nori colorway. This is what I have left. I feel like I have a good bit left. I haven't weighed it. I should have done that. But I feel like I have a good bit of yarn left. I could definitely do a DK weight hat out of this, I think. So that might be an idea. Not for me because I don't think I need any hats here in Arizona, but this will be a fun gift idea for my sister. My sister Cassie. I don't think she watches, so I can say that. But I think this collar would look really good on Cassie. So that might be a gift idea. All right, so this sweater, I'm totally in love with this. So in love with it. I don't even know what else to say about it other than I love it so much. Love it. How many times can I say I love it? But I really truly do. So all of the knitting is done on this sweater. I have not woven in any of my ends. It needs soaked. It needs blocked. I was hoping it wouldn't, but it does. And I want to have it done by Friday morning because I'm going on a trip and I want to take it with me. And I don't know that it'll be dry by then. Can everybody right now stop and cross your fingers for me, and then my sweater will be dry by Friday morning at 8:30. Please let it be dry because I want to take it so bad. So I'm going to try it on really quick so that you guys can see what it looks like. Okay, I'm not going to keep this on very long because it's really warm. I'm under some windows right here and it's pretty warm right here. And it's probably going to get a little blown out because of said windows. But this is the Memories cardigan. Look at it, you guys. So the reason it definitely needs blocked is, can you see the button band rolls in right there? So it's definitely gonna need blocked. Button band, that's what this is called. I kept calling this a neck band because it went around the neck too. It's a button band. All right, so this cardigan, look at this. Okay, just ignore the ends because like I said, it's semi-finished. It has thumb holes, you guys. I feel like these are as exciting as a dress having pockets. I am obsessed with this. Thumb holes, sleeves are the perfect length, perfect width. I did the medium large size, I believe. I'll double check on that in just a minute. Yeah, I love it. I need buttons. I don't have them yet. So I'm probably gonna wear it without buttons for a while. Typically, I don't button cardigans. I just kind of go like that and hold it around me anyways. I'll sit down now. But I am obsessed. I love the collar. I love the fit. It's oversized without being too big at the moment. I'm hoping when I block it, it doesn't get crazy big. So let me double check on the size that I did. I did the medium large, which says it's a sweater 42.5 inch sweater chest circumference. And it's supposed to have 1 to 4 inches of positive ease. Yes, the circumference measured with sweater flat on a table at chest after blocking. So 42.5 inches after blocking, which should be perfect. Just love this color. I love this green. It is just the perfect green. So I'm so excited about this, and I really am hoping and praying that it's dry because I'm going to Flagstaff this weekend for a little mini knitting retreat with my knitting group here. And I really want to wear this because it's a lot cooler in Flagstaff than it is here. I don't think there's really anything else to add. Like I said, I loved everything about it. It definitely needs blocked because of the button band flipping and curling in. But that's kind of it. It is perfect oversized at the moment. I'm hoping, like I said, that it doesn't grow too much. I have lost almost 10 pounds since I started that sweater. So my size has changed a little bit, but I think it's much better to have something be too big than to be too small. So I'm gonna say yay for oversized because that's what I wanted anyway, something oversized and comfy, and it will most definitely be that now that I've lost some weight since I started it. But all right, that's it for finished objects. As soon as I'm done recording, those ends are getting woven in and I'm putting that bad boy in to block or to soak and then laying it out to block it. And just praying that it gets dry, or I might be laying it in the back of your Suburban Margaret to let it finish drying. It should be done, I hope. Okay, works in progress. So I have the 2 designs going. Those are technically works in progress. Other than that, I showed you guys the skew socks last episode. Those have not got any work, so let's just face the fact that I'm a failure with the Desert Vista Dye Works knit along. Sorry, Susan, I failed. I loved the skew socks too. I don't know what my problem was. I just could not. I didn't even cast on the second one. I don't know what happened. And then before I knew it, the month was over and I had not done them. So I'm not going to show those today because those haven't gotten any work. Other than those and the 2 designs, the only other thing I have on my needles right now is my Vermilion Cliffs shawl. That's the beaded shawl that I showed a while back. And that's it. I only have the 2 designs, the pair of socks, and then that. That's all that's on my needles right now. So right now, rather than show you those 2 projects that haven't gotten any attention, I'm going to show you future casts-ons. And I'm just realizing I left one upstairs, so I'm gonna have to go grab that in just a second. But these will be cast on this week because I'm planning on taking probably all 3 of them to Flagstaff because I always think I'm gonna get so much more knitting done than I actually am. But the first one that I'm gonna show you is in this bag from Lila Styles. And it is a it'll be a pair of socks for Wyatt. Nothing has been started yet, but yesterday when Wyatt got home, I asked him if he wanted to pick out some yarn for a new pair of socks, because I haven't knit him a pair of socks in a little while, and he is outgrowing some of the older pairs of socks that I had knit him. So it's time for a couple of new pairs to be added. So he went up and he picked out the yarn, and he picked out this bag to put them in. So yes, this is a bag from Lila Styles, the Harry Potter kitties. Of course Wyatt picked that because he loves cats. And the yarn he picked, and I took an Insta story of him when I asked him if he wanted to pick out yarn for a new pair of socks, what colors he wanted, what he chose. So if you head over to my Instagram, if you're even interested in seeing that, and go to the highlighted stories, it's right in there. So the yarn he picked was Knit Picks. He picked Knit Picks Felici in the Blue Lagoon. And this is from their latest update. I'm almost positive, because I had him pick a couple that he liked, and this was one. So I just got one skein, because typically I can get socks for him out of just 50 grams. So this is the Blue Lagoon, Knit Picks Felici. And then he picked Stroll Fingering the Dove Heather for heels, toes, and cuffs. So that will be a pair of socks for Wyatt. I'm going to get those started here soon, today or tomorrow, so that I can take them. Then I'm also going to cast on a pair of socks for my mother-in-law. I don't think she watches this. I hope not. She usually knows she's getting something hand knit from me, so it's probably not a secret. Anyways, but this is going to be a pair of socks for my mother-in-law for her birthday, which is towards the end of this month. And I picked this up at Jessica Knits a while back in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is Cascade Heritage Wave. It's a 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. And I love purple, and my mother-in-law loves purple as well. So I thought this would be perfect for a pair of socks for her. There's the tag. And let's see. The colorway, I'm going to guess Nightshade, because it's cut off there. It says Night. It's 504. It says Night SHA. So I'm Nightshade maybe. But it shows on the back here what it should look like worked up. It's kind of hard to see. But I'm anxious to get this started, because I kind of like the barber pulled look to the yarn. So I think this will make a fun pair of socks for her. And I have the bag all picked out for these. This was a gift last year, I think, for my birthday. I think it was last year, from Karen, from my friend Karen. So this is what the socks for my mother-in-law are going to go in. And now I'm going to pause really quick and go grab the other thing that I'm going to get started today. New cast-ons are so fun, you guys. It's so much fun. Okay, I've grabbed the next future cast-on, and I had to get laundry switched, but I'm back. All right, so next one I have in a bag from my sweet friend Sandy up by the lakeside. I just love her bags. So this, I could have possibly already shown you this, because this has been caked up for a little while. I just haven't started it yet. So last year at Rhinebeck, at India Entangled specifically, I purchased some yarn for a Madewell. And this is a pattern by Joji Locatelli, and I've even had this printed out since before Rhinebeck last year. So the Madewell, just a basic cardigan. I've wanted to do this for so long because I love cardigans. I wear them more than I wear sweaters. Especially here it'll be nice because I can put it on and take it off, because the weather is just, the winters aren't super cold here. So I don't really have the need for big, huge, heavy sweaters, I don't feel like anymore. Anyways, all that aside, the yarn that I purchased is from Tuscan Knits. I'm going to show you her tag. And this is on her 100% superwash merino base. Fife, I think is the base name. And there's the colorway name. And here it is. So what I need to do today, I've got 4 skeins of this, and I'm trying to remember what size I was going to do. I believe I'm going to be doing the extra large. Yes, I think that's what I had decided on, was the extra large. So that it'll have some positive ease. So that's all. All the yarn is caked up. I just need to grab the needles because I had used them on another project and get them in here and get a swatch done. So the goal for my knitting today, I need to weave in ends and cross my fingers and say some prayers that the Memories cardigan dries by Friday. So that's very first thing, that's first up. And then I'm going to swatch for my Madewell. Oh, I fibbed. I have another whip. It is my Crazy Sock Lady yarn from Tiny Human Knits. I have those socks and they're kept in my purse all the time. They're my car knitting, out and about knitting when I'm waiting somewhere. So those have gotten a little bit of work here and there, but I'm in absolutely no rush to finish them because I'm enjoying the knit so much. So yes, lots of new cast-ons will be happening. Lots of work on designs so I can get the sock pattern out to you guys next week. So if you can think of a name, if you have any ideas, pop them down below. And let's see. Those 3 whips, like I said, will be what are going to Flagstaff with me. If I can get the Madewell going and kind of in a rhythm with it, and then the 2 socks for Wyatt, socks for my mother-in-law Teresa, those will be good to go. I think that's kind of it for today, really. I ordered from the Gnome Knitter. I just adore her Progress Keepers. I think they are the sweetest little things. And she had so many that I wanted to order, but I kind of failed and didn't set an alarm for the update, so I missed some at the beginning. But I did get a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, which I think is so much fun. And then I got a caramel apple sucker, which these are my favorite fall treat. I love these suckers. I loved them. I think in like junior high they were the thing. I think it was junior high. Caramel apple suckers. I've loved them since then. So I've got those. That's really the only thing that I've bought. With Vogue Knitting Live coming up in Rhinebeck. Oh, and Vogue Knitting Live. I haven't podcasted since I found out I'm going. So I will be heading to Vogue Knitting Live next weekend. I leave, what date do I leave? I leave the 21st, Friday the 21st, and come home Monday the 24th. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be in Christy and Tristan's booth in the Vogue Knitting Live Marketplace, helping them out. So if you were there, stop by, buy some of their yarn, say hello. I will have some of my pins with me, just in case anybody's there who won't be at Rhinebeck and you want a pin. Feel free to ask for one. I'll have them with me. So yeah, I'm excited to help out Christy and Tristan. I'm excited to get to spend the weekend with them. Yeah, and then we'll get to see them again at Rhinebeck. I can't wait. I just love those ladies so much. So that's coming up. Rhinebeck's coming up. Lots of stuff coming up. That's kind of the like super exciting stuff is Vogue Knitting Live's coming up. Rhinebeck, Flagstaff trip this weekend. I never travel or go anywhere or do trips. It's very, very rare, especially to go without the kids. I had never done that before Rhinebeck last year. That was the very first time I'd went on a trip without my kids. Usually if I went on a trip, it was taking the kids and going to West Virginia to visit family. So this is I don't know, this is completely new for me, especially 3 trips within 2 months. It's kind of crazy. But Eric is such an amazing husband and father, and he's gonna hold down the fort here while I go off adventuring on 3 trips. It's kind of exciting, kind of scary. I'm sure some mom guilt's gonna kick in, but it'll be fun. I'll have fun. I know I will. So all that's going on. My birthday is this weekend, and then Austin's birthday is the 19th. So I feel like September has so many birthdays. It's pretty crazy. So many people I know that have birthdays in September. So yeah, my birthday, then Austin's birthday. So it's going to be a busy couple of months around here, I feel like. And we did do some decluttering, major decluttering. I just kind of got the itch. A lot of inspiration from Chelsea of Legacy Fiber Arts. She posts quite a bit about her process with being a minimalist. And while I think we have a ways to go before we could say we're minimalists, we made good progress. Very good progress. We got rid of quite a bit of stuff before we moved, and then we still just had so much stuff, and this space right here just felt, it's a good sized living room and dining area, but it's different setup than we've had in any other house, and our furniture is a bit, some of it's a bit bulkier, and I just felt like there was so much crammed into this space that it just had to go. So we actually got rid of our kitchen table, and we're probably into chatter, by the way, if you didn't already guess. So we got rid of our kitchen table and moved what was here in our formal dining into our kitchen. So that cleared up some space in here. And then I actually got rid of my hutch. You guys will have seen it in the past episodes or on Instagram or things. I had a lot of teacups and things like that. So I kept my two absolute favorite teacups. I kept a teapot that was my nanny's, my mom's mom, and I kept a plate of hers. I have a dinner plate of hers. I kept that, and that might be all that I kept that was on the hutch. And then I got rid of the hutch. We got rid of what used to be our TV stand in North Carolina. We got a new TV stand for here, some new end tables and a coffee table, just that what we had before, like I said, they were bulkier furniture and dark, like dark wood, which I love, but we wanted to kind of tone it down, make it look brighter, more open, I guess, and they're not as bulky of pieces. So we did all of that, got rid of a ton of stuff. I think in the end we ended up making like 4 trips to Goodwill, which some of those were the big bulkier furniture. So we got rid of quite a bit of stuff, and it felt amazing and just so kind of freeing. Like you don't feel as weighed down. So that felt really nice. Now I keep looking up at my yarn and all of my crafting stuff, and I feel like that's the one area where I really struggle with being able to get rid of stuff. So what I'm going to do is this next year, excluding festivals, and of course I'll make purchases here and there, but I'm really going to try to reel all of that in and focus on using what I have. Now, if there's a pattern I want to do and I'm go there and I have absolutely nothing, or I don't have enough of something, you know, whatever that case may be, I'm going to allow myself to purchase things, but I'm really going to try to make the things that I bought the yarn for. Because when I go up there and look, I'm like, I bought this for that shawl, or this sweater's quantity for that sweater. Like the Madewell that I bought last year, this yarn for, and I still really want to do those things. So I need to do them. Otherwise the yarn, I feel like in some ways it's just being wasteful because it's not getting used. So my stash is really weighing on me right now. So my goal is by this time next year to have it down to where I can get one cabinet. I even already have the cabinet picked out from IKEA. One cabinet, and that will be what my yarn fits in, and that will be all that I have. That's the goal. Now, whether throughout the year I de-stash a few times here and there, or I do just knit through the majority of it, you know, time will tell on that. But yeah, I'm really wanting to keep looking up because I can see the cubbies right there. I can see them. I really want to open up that area as well. So yes, that's kind of all that's been going on around here. I'm just getting ready for Flagstaff this weekend. Today I'm doing laundry, and then tomorrow I have to do some cleaning around the house, pick up groceries, just kind of get the house ready for Mom to not be here for the weekend. It's always an adventure when I come home, because I've only done this a couple of times, like I said, but it's always an adventure when I come home. What is the house going to look like? Yeah, so I gotta get the house ready tomorrow and get packed tomorrow because we are leaving. I think they're gonna pick me up a little after 8:30 on Friday morning. Then we are headed to Flagstaff and we'll be home on Sunday. So I might try to vlog a little bit here and there. We'll see how the weekend goes. I might just take the weekend and relax. It is my birthday weekend, so I might just enjoy all of the knitting time and relax with these wonderful ladies. So that's it for today's episode, for episode 52. I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will see you guys again in hopefully a couple of weeks. I need to get better about staying on the schedule. I feel like since we moved, I haven't been that great about staying on the 2-week schedule. And this morning, Austin told me that I'm going to lose subscribers if I don't stay on a strict schedule. His exact words: Mom, you're going to start losing subscribers if you don't stay on a schedule with your recording. Okay, buddy, okay. So, hopefully in just a couple of weeks I will see you guys again. Until then, happy knitting. Bye.